Yo, what's happening everybody? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I do hope you are all doing well today, mate. I really do hope that Chelsea are, of course, coming off a 2-0 loss in the Premier League to Liverpool, the champions, the team that never loses, the settled side that was pretty much full strength, that capitalised off Chelsea having Kepa in goal and Andreas Christensen having a rush of blood to the head. But actually, might as well say it here, I've been reflecting on this situation, and loath as I am to agree with Michael Owen, the more I think about that Christensen red card, the more I feel like Kepa Arrizabalaga may have had something to do with it, not just for running out like a madman towards them, but also if the centre-halves at Chelsea had a bit more faith in their goalkeeper to deal with 1v1s, perhaps they wouldn't act so recklessly. Still, I don't want to hit a man when he's down. Kepa's got problems. Edouard Mendy's coming in, so we move. And today I want to talk about Chelsea's strongest lineup this season. Something that could hopefully put a positive reflection on what Chelsea fans are to expect. Not just Chelsea fans, football fans are to expect from a full-strength Chelsea this season. Bearing in mind as well, a full-strength Chelsea this season would dictate the tactics that Chelsea also deploy on the pitch against opposition. Obviously, a lot of attacking flair. You won't see a weakened Chelsea side looking to play counter-attacking football against Liverpool every week. No, no, no. So anyway, if you're new to Football Therapy, please do consider dropping me a subscribe, mate. I upload Chelsea content every single day and you might enjoy it. If you choose to do so, please do hit the bell notifications icon, drop a like on the video as well, all that lark. And also, do consider checking out my sponsor, One Football. That's right, they are the one-stop app, platform, thing on your phone that you need to give you everything you need. That's a lot of needs. Basically, it's the best free football app that gives you stats, fixtures, informations, lineups, results, transfer news, and alerts. I use it every day. You can too. Click the link in the top of the description to go check out One Football. Alright then, let's get into it. So yeah, like I said, Chelsea for the rest of the season, or probably in a few weeks' time, are going to have a pretty darn different looking starting 11 from what we saw against Liverpool. Hell, probably 5 different starters. Think about that for a moment. And with that will hopefully come more cohesion, a settled style of play, a settled defence with a Thiago Silva, spoiler, and a different goalkeeper as well, spoiler there. And Chelsea, from their forwards, can hopefully move and be better. So let's have a look at the lineup I've chosen for this video. Bang bang, you can see it next to me and I'm going to talk you through each player and explain why this is the truth, my friends. In goal, it is Edouard Mendy. Now I'll tell you why. Because he is a really good goalkeeper. He fixes Chelsea's problems. I've explained about this before, how his particular player profile suits Chelsea's weaknesses with height, wingspan, claiming balls and coming for crosses, etc. Also, he won't be doing just mad moments that Kepa's now prone to doing, because the poor lad is in a serious lack of confidence and it's just not going right for him at the moment. So I don't really need to speak too much about the goalkeeper, to be honest, mate. Edouard Mendy in goal, and we'll be happy for it. In the right back position, Reece James keeps his place, of course. He can score a rocket. He's got immaculate delivery. He's very physical and he's got a good engine. He's very, very young. I think he's 20 years old. He will get better and better. But in terms of a long-term position sorted, or whatever you want to say, it's Reece James. We all know it, he's playing right back. Now, Kurt Zouma is going to keep his place for me in the centre-half position. Shouts for Fikayo Tomori as well, who has not done much wrong when he's played for Chelsea at centre-half. Genuinely, I really like Tomori, and I know a lot of people will be shouting for him in the comments, but I've gone for Kurt Zouma because he's been pretty darn good. He was our best centre-half last season, and the last 2 games he's been very good, especially against Liverpool. He won duels, he did no-nonsense defending, and he never lost his head. And I think he will keep his spot and parlez-vous de français avec his partner, Thiago Silva. That's right, one of Chelsea's biggest problems, and just not even the defensive line, the whole defensive midfield sector of the pitch, is no communication, no commanding presence, no leader, no experience all that is immediately solved with defensive veteran Thiago Silva in Chelsea's starting lineup. Sure, he's not a long-term option, but it's rumoured that, or I've heard around the club, that Frank Lampard wants to get him in as quick as possible, and really he will be a massive, massive help to this Chelsea backline, and ultimately the whole team, so he partners Zuma for me. And at left back, of course, Chile B, a good left back that's got an incredible engine, can defend well, but also attack well. Young Ben obviously has been recognised as one of the best left backs in the Premier League for a few years now. He's England's starting left back, and although his season was rather disappointing last campaign because his head had probably been turned at Leicester, he still completed the most amount of sprints in the league for a left back or something like that. A really impressive stat, something that is important to Chelsea, recovery pace. Yes, Ben Chilwell will be starting for Chelsea on the left, combining with elite forwards in front of him. Now, as you can see, it's a 4-3-3 with attacking 8s in my system. I think this is Frank Lampard's preferred method of football. He just probably felt like he can't play it recently due to a lack of personnel. Kante looks like he's back to his best. I think Chelsea are looking after him in many ways, being wary about his long-term injury, and they probably will rotate him with different players, maybe Mateo Kovacic, etc., who's a very, very important player to Frank Lampard. But in the lone 6, I'm going for N'Golo Kante. He's looked good against Liverpool in terms of his stamina and pace. He was everywhere again. He needs to get a little bit more confidence when he's in front of goal and just pull the trigger sometimes. But, you know, as a 6, that's not a massive part of the game, but he looks great. So, N'Golo Kante in the CDM for me. Right, now in the right attacking 8 inside channel, I've gone for Kai Havertz. Yes, everyone wants him to play as a number 10, but in this position on the pitch here, he will be going into central areas anyway. If Hakim Ziyech comes in, Kai Havertz will move more central in behind the striker. He'll float around, and then the left attacking 8 can actually drop in to sort of make a 4-2-3-1. But he likes playing on the inside right channel anyway. Kai Havertz, he said it before in an interview, so superstar Kai Havertz got loads and loads of ability, a sweet left boot. That position on the pitch suits him very much. Kai Havertz as the right attacking 8. Left attacking 8 could be a rotation of a few players. I'm going to go for Mason Mount. He divides opinion across the Chelsea fan base, but in terms of running till the end and pressing, and also being a goal threat, of course, in comparison to Chelsea's other players, he's up there. He's got great stats, and ultimately he's an excellent system player, and he's versatile, and you will never expect Mason Mount to drop off or stop running, which is so important in the Premier League. But ultimately, this left centre mid role could be rotated between Mason Mount, Mateo Kovacic, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who I do think will find form again because he's such a great player. He's just going to have a hard time to find his feet again, but I believe in him. To be honest, any one of those 3 down the line, I'll be happy to start in that left centre mid role. Left wing is super simple for me. Chelsea's best attacker last season, the young Captain America who's looking like a talismanic player. Boy, did Chelsea miss him last time out against Liverpool. He almost single-handedly dismantles Liverpool when he plays. Creative, he's a threat on the break, yet he can dribble towards the goal in terms of being direct and carrying the ball. Superb player, long-term talismanic figure for Chelsea. I don't know what else to say about him really. Superb. Christian Pulisic starts on the left wing. Now, on the right wing, it is a player that I don't think's been talked about enough, and maybe the player that I'm most excited about for this Chelsea side, and that is, of course, Hakim Ziyech. He's got an absolute wand of a left boot. He's an incredible player to play on that right flank, who can also move inside as well, and maybe he'll tuck Kai Havertz more inside as they do different attacking combinations. His left boot to have Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic running onto these beautiful and quite frankly ridiculous long diagonal balls is perfect. Reece James will be playing on the overlap behind Hakim Ziyech, and the combinations will be absolutely fire. Literally, just having Hakim Ziyech on that right wing is a game changer. I'm not joking, him and Reece James down that flank, it changes how Chelsea play entirely, so I'm very, very excited for Hakim Ziyech. And finally, Timo Werner up front. Of course, he hasn't scored yet, but in both games he's played, he's won a penalty and looks very threatening indeed. I don't think anyone has any concerns for Timo Werner. He looks like he's built for the Premier League. He looks like he should absolutely tear it up, and we should all be very, very excited to watch him, and he's just going to be an entertaining footballer in England, I think. So, you know, Chelsea fans and non-Chelsea fans alike should enjoy some spectacular football, goal scoring and runs from Timo Werner, Turbo Timo, whatever you want to call him. Timo Werner up front for Chelsea completes this starting 11. Right, so there you have it. For me, that's Chelsea's strongest 11. Of course, there'll be shouts for rotational players off the bench, and if other players in the squad go in and out of form, they will probably bench other players. Don't murder me in the comments because this is just my opinion, but feel free to get down in the comment section below and express your thoughts and opinions on my lineup today. I'll be keen to read them. If you enjoyed the content, please do drop a like on this video. It means a lot. Subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.